Happy Monday, everyone. I thought I'd show you a new, larger piece I'm working on. I showed you the one in the living room that I had made of the park. This is from shot on film, my Holga, and it's a multiple exposure where I overlap my frames. So this is the bay. Let's see if I can show you. There's San Francisco, and there's San Francisco, and I think that's probably Angel Island there. I had a little bit of trouble getting the sections really close together, but I'm okay with that. It's not easy to actually cut out the sections accurately. It's actually more difficult than you would think it would be because you're talking about, you know, micromillimeters or something getting off that much, and it can be problematic. So I'm developing a different attitude towards these, that maybe it doesn't, the sections don't need to be absolutely flush. Because I'm dealing with overlap frames already, I can just kind of play that into the whole piece. If I had a printer, well, my printer only prints, I can only print up to 8x10, and that's why I have to section these off. I do have a professional printer in town, but she usually prints things like this onto photo paper, which is stiffer and harder than what I need for this. I may ask her if she has any rolls, sheets of just fairly thin paper that I could have the prints made onto, and then I'll just have, I wouldn't have to worry about the sectioning. And I don't think it would probably cost a whole lot to have it done, because the cost of that kind of printing goes up according to the paper. But in any case, this is what I'm doing now. I had half a thought to take some, I don't know what exactly this is. I bought it for a collage work sometime, but I was wondering about taking it and rubbing the gold into the little depressions. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and coat it with encaustic. I'm going to experiment in the future, though, embedding some of this into the medium as I work on these photo encaustics. But so this is it without the wax. I'll come back later and show you once I've applied the encaustic medium. All right, so it's done. So I actually recorded this and I'd completely forgotten what I had put in my video just earlier. What's the matter with me? I don't know. I did end up using the metallic flakes I showed you before, but I didn't end up using them the way that I described. So here's the finished piece, all buffed up. Start from this end, and there we go. So instead of just trying to get it into the creases, I thought I would distribute it so that it could sort of complement the idea of the sunset here, because this is from a sunset on the bay. And so I just sort of dispersed the flakes like they were just like the last rays of the sun, and I figured that way I would be building up the wax, and it would obscure some of the nasty parts of the where the gunk from the adhesive was. And I like it. I like the way it turned out quite a lot. And now that I know I can do this, even though I was kind of afraid to do it. I can think about how I want to work with that in any of the other pieces I might be making. Most of the time my mindset has been that I don't want to distract from the photographic image itself. But this is nice. This is a nice amount because it adds something that speaks to the piece itself, without making it about the extra stuff. Yeah, and it wasn't difficult to do. I just heated up the wax and I put some of the flakes down with my fingers and sort of rubbed it in when the wax was still a little bit soft, and then brushed more wax medium over it, infused it, and put a little bit more of the flakes down and brushed some more medium and fused it again, so that what you have here are different layers of the metallic. And I like it. I really like the way it turned out. I'm very pleased. Like I say, I was afraid I might be wasting some materials, but as it turned out, I like it a lot. So there's another idea for you with your photo encaustics.